So I had a lot of advice about how to do this gig, and well, a lot of my friends said don't do it. You know, well, you're shit really. You know, you're not funny. But I think they're wrong. So, although they haven't come to see me, you know, but you've got to stick with your core values and beliefs. I mean, they didn't say I was. What they said was, you're more funny not saying anything. You know, just stand there like a lemon and don't say a word, and hopefully they might laugh. They might not, but I don't. You know, I think I'm going to be really good. So, because I got no material, that's the other point. No jokes, but you know, I thought about going on a comedy course. They advertise a lot of comedy courses, but I thought it'd be better off if I just Google it, because I Google everything, and how to be, and of course, you know, how to be a comedian. And I read that, but unfortunately, all roads lead to cancer. So, talking of which, death, you know, it's always upon us. Well, it's more upon me than you, because I'm older. I'm nearer the end, really. I'd just like to say one thing that, you know, one thing I did read about in the comedy guide, you know, Google comedy guide, was that you got to empathise. So I kind of love you, and the idea is you love me back. So I'm like daddy, but that's what, you know. Obviously, if I'm daddy, it can have the wrong, send out the wrong signals to call me dad. So I'm not sure. But, you know, I mean, I do love you, and I hope. So that's back to the material. Death, yeah. I don't know if you read that there was a lot of insects of dying, and it's, you know, it could be the end of the world. Apparently, it's the start of the beginning. Anyway, so I was in the bath. Well, I was sitting on the edge of the bath, and I won't go into details why. But I noticed that there was a spider, and you know, I thought, do I kill it, like, or do I flush it down the plug hole, in, like, you know, given the spider insect put, you know, and I did, you know, I just, because I couldn't be bothered to get a glass and throw it out the window. I thought that, you know, so I haven't really changed my policy since I read the article. I will be honest. I felt terrible afterwards. Very, you know, really. Yeah. So I went to see my dad in the care home. That's another cheerful subject for you. And he always wears a tie. Like, you know, and his mate, I don't think you know, they don't have sexual contact, but he also wears a tie. They're just friends. And he goes, you know, son, you look a mess. And all my insecurities and fears and lack of love as a child came, like, I almost vomited on him because all this. And he said, you know, I mean, I don't know why he's wearing a tie. It's a care home, and even though he's ill, I feel like, you know, I can't let it lie, and I feel like, you know, squashing him with my thumb and saying, Dad, don't wear a tie. You don't need it. You're not going to a meeting. But I didn't, because I'm mature. So, so being his son and the obedient one, I went down and got a vomit-stained tie that they give to the people who don't have a tie, basically. And I went in and he goes, it's got vomit on it. And all these fears and insecurities about not getting the love, and it all went to my sister, came up, and So I said, that's the best I can do, Dad, with a tear coming. Anyway, so I was watching, talking of death and me being near the end of the line, and I was watching the washing machine, because I don't know, as a kid I used to watch it, and now I still, and then suddenly it stopped. It was like I watched the last cycle. It was like watching a fly with its legs in the air going like this, dying, and the cycle, and I thought of me, and I was looking at it, thinking, oh, the washing machine's broken down. So I didn't know what to do, so I kicked it. That's what you do. Then I kicked it again. It's got no jokes, this stuff, has it? And then I pulled out the bottom, and basically all this water came out the filter onto my crotch, and I went red. And that's the end of my set. Goodbye.